Hey everyone, it's Jamie with ESLOnlineTeaching.com and welcome to my channel ESL Online Teaching and More. I am going to be showing you how I like to make my images for my Outschool classes, and I find that they're really catchy, and I think that's what helps me get some followers and some more likes and hearts and all that, and build my student base. So I'm going to show you from start to finish how to do that with a screen recording. This is the first time I've done it, so I might mess up and it might get a little lengthy. I'll try to keep it short and sweet and to the point. Okay, so go to canva.com. This is where I start out, and I always go with like YouTube. It could be channel art. I'm going to just do YouTube thumbnail. I do find that once I upload my images to Outschool, they sometimes crop it a little bit more than these, so I'll show you how I place my images on this. Okay, I'm going to do a blank. You could do a template for sure if that's a little bit more comfortable for you, but I like to just kind of build and go. When I do this, I always work with 2 pages on my Canva because I want a working space and I also want to be doing the creating. So you'll see why I do that here in just a little bit. So I'm going to add a page so you can see I have page 1, page 2. And my theme is with my puppet Gabby, and we are going to do a class on life skills and how to have conversations and, appropriate conversations, I guess. And she has a lot of questions about Earth life. So that is what my class is going to be, and you're going to see how I build this out. First, I really want to go to burn my image, the background of my image, because I'm going to be on it and it looks a lot more professional. I really, really like it. This is one that I just recently did, but I'm going to find one with me and Gabby, and I know I have one on my desktop. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to drag and drop it in here, and it should just burn it. I really love this actual website. It's called remove.bg, and it just does a fabulous job. I have a lot of other ones that I've used. This one by far is the best. So you can see I don't need to touch it up. I'm going to just hit download. It's going to take it and put it into my download, and then I will just grab that in a second. Oh, let's go here. All right, so here's my blank page. I'm going to drag and drop the image. It's going to add it to my collection here, and there's Gabby. I'm going to tighten it up just a little bit, shrink it, just clean up the edges just a bit. And personally, I like my images on the right side. So when I'm working on this, it's on my right side because I feel like people, read from left to right. And so I think I like to have all my text on my left side. But just remember, I'm thinking YouTube and I'll put text there, but with Outschool you cannot actually do any text on your images. So it really doesn't matter, but it's kind of just a habit now, so I always go that route. Okay, so I'm going to click my image. I want to flip it actually. I prefer Gabby being the focal of this this class, and so I'm going to put her in the middle. I'm going to stretch this out just a bit. You can see you can adjust. I really, really like that. I am going to show you how I create kind of more of a 3D image on here with me and Gabby. So I'm going to duplicate me and Gabby. Let's see if that worked. Sometimes it doesn't like me. Let's see if I can get it to go. If it doesn't, I'm just going to add another one. No big deal. All right, here we go. So there's 2 of me, you can see. I'm going to flip that one as well. And I am going to take this bottom one. You can see one's top and one's bottom. And I'm going to give it a filter. I'm going to do this street filter. I could do grayscale as well. I'm going to stretch that one out just a little bit more. I'm going to adjust it. Let me move this screen so you can see better. I'm going to adjust it, and I'm going to actually blur my image. Do you see that? And you're like, why is she doing this? Because I want to create a shadow behind me. I can adjust that if it's too big. Maybe it's just a little big. I'll adjust it. I'll make it just a titch smaller. I'm going to throw me back on there with Gabby. Just kind of line it up. And now we've got ourselves a nice looking image. So another cool thing that I have learned is that you can group the pictures because I don't want to sit there and have to move both of those individually. So I'm just going to highlight. Do you see this? I highlight it. So now it's got the 2 highlighted, and I am going to group. Click that group, and now look. I can move it all in one. It's fabulous. And I'm going to just shrink it down, make it bigger, however I want. It's fabulous. So group, learn to group. If you don't know, Do it, do it, do it. Okay, now I'm going to add a background because this is an alien theme. I'm going to add in something starry, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, fabulous. There's one right there, and it is free, so always pay attention if they're free. There I am with Gabby. I'm going to stretch this out, and I'm going to move us down into the corner over here. Okay, like I said, that's kind of my style. I like that. Okay, so there she is. I could go to Unsplash and get some images here if I wanted to find something about, rocket ships or Earth. I'm going to just type in Earth. And I could upload or take one of these images and add them to my Canva, my image here. Great option because these are free to use. There's no copyright issues here, but I'm pretty sure that I can find an Earth in my here in Canva. So I'm going to go to Elements, and I'm going to type in Earth just to kind of give it a fun spin here. Let's see if they have anything. Oh yeah, they've got plenty. Okay, so I'm just going to use this one here. So I'm going to throw this on here, and I really like this, but it's in front, so I'm going to make it even bigger. I want this to kind of be big. And I'm going to place it about right here, and I don't really like that it's so bold, so I'm going to actually kind of fade it just a little bit. And then I'm going to position it, and I want it go to the back, so it's behind Gabby. Okay, and I might make it even just a little bit bigger. Okay, there she is. There's Gabby. Now, I want to make sure that the kids know that Gabby is coming from space. So I'm going to see if I can find a rocket. I'm going to find a rocket, see if there's any free. Ooh, there's a good free one. I'm going to just take this one, and I can throw this up here. Okay. So it kind of looks like something is happening, right? You're getting an idea. I'm going to see if I can throw in some kids. Let's see if there's any kids that are free here. A lot of them. There's this one that's free. Ooh, I like this one. Here, let's go here. Let's see if there's any other one. Oh, there's a little boy. I'm going to do that. So I've got two kids. And I'm going to put them here, kind of off to the corner just a bit. And you can make them bigger or smaller as well. And we may end up making Gabby a little bit bigger. Okay, so here we go. Here's our kids. I kind of like that she's a little bit smaller than him. And we're having conversations. So how am I going to make it like we're having conversations? Well, here we go. I'm going to add in a bubble, a conversational bubble or something. Ooh, I kind of like the little cloud one. And I'm going to flip this one. Here we go. And you'll see how we kind of have to play with these. And I'm going to make this one look a little bit more like it pops with a little bit of 3D. So I'm going to duplicate it. If it doesn't duplicate, no worries. Like I said, you can just click again and you'll get it. Let's see, did it? Nope, it didn't duplicate. So I'm going to add another one. And we will change this one to be more of a gray color. It could be actually any color. I could do yellow. That would be kind of cute too. So I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to shrink it down quite a bit. I don't want the bubble to be that big. I'm having issues because I'm not used to having this orange bubble show you all my clicking. So I can see that it's a little bit tricky for me. Okay, and I'm going to position this to the front, the white one to the front. And I'm just going to layer it over that. So you can kind of see that just gives it a little bit more dimension. I could actually move my rocket ship and maybe angle it a little bit more. I kind of think I like it a little more angled, like this. And so you can see here, I'm going to actually highlight these. Remember, if we highlight, we can group things. It makes it easier to move. I'm going to highlight that, and then I'm going to probably actually shrink this down. Okay, so she's kind of thinking about something, right? Or maybe she's going to have a conversation. Now, I actually can duplicate this bubble, which is just so much faster. I'm going to duplicate it if it'll let me. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. I don't know what's my issue. So it doesn't want to. That's okay. I'll just make another one, and I'm going to do another. I'm going to do the same thing, make it gray. And I could even do a little bit darker of a gray if I want. And I'm going to just place it on there so it's a little off-centered so it kind of looks 3D. And then, ooh, bad place to do this. So, okay, let me show you my working space. This is why you have to have a working space. So I'm going to move my cloud down here and the white one here. So if I had highlighted that, it would have highlighted me and Gabby, and it would have highlighted the earth, and we would have been in trouble. So I could use my mouse and move this around, but I'm going to actually just use my arrows and kind of offset it just a bit like that. So you can use your arrows too, which is super helpful. And then I'm going to highlight, I'm going to group, and then I'm going to just bring it up here. And it's going to be a little bit higher up than hers. They're a little different color. I think that looks totally fine. I might actually scoot them over just a titch like this because, like I said, they crop it just a bit once it gets uploaded to Outschool's Classroom and their platform. And I'm going to do that. Okay, so we've kind of got our base here. I'm going to move that over too just in case it gets cropped. All right, now how am I going to indicate that this is a conversational class? Right now it looks like they're kind of just thinking, right? So I am going to actually search in my elements lines. Here we go. And I'm going to just do this line real fast. It's kind of big. We don't need it that big. And I'm going to just kind of give it a look of these are words. And so I'm creating kind of these lines so then kids can see that, oh, they must be talking, I guess. And let's see, I'm going to do another line. Let's see if it'll let me duplicate. Oh, it doesn't want to. I am so disappointed because I love this duplicate. It helps me so much. Oh, there it goes. Yay. Okay, here goes another duplicate. Oop, wrong thing. Not moving that. So I'm going to try to highlight. There we go. There we go. I'm going to separate them out. And I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter. Ooh. Now, if I don't want to make it shorter, I can actually crop it. Like it was shrinking it. I don't really want it to shrink it. Make it a little bigger. So if I click on it a few times, sometimes, oh, there we go. Oh, it didn't want to shrink it. It's just such a small one. Now I'm going to add in a text. I'm going to do like a question mark or an exclamation point because I want them to know that this is, we're doing something with the conversation. That's why we have the punctuation. So I'm going to do an exclamation point. Okay, and I'll probably shrink this down since it's so small. And let's see if I can move it easy enough. It doesn't want me to move it. I'll scoot this over like this. And here we go. Here we go. There's our exclamation point. Okay, and then I'm going to move it up like that. Okay, does that kind of look like we're talking or something? I mean, you could probably get a lot more creative than that. That's kind of just the route I went. I'm going to go back to my elements. I'm going to add in some lines again for the boy. I could duplicate those, but I want to just show you how to crop that better. So you can see there's kind of the two dots, and then there's a line. If I grab that line, I can shrink it down. Okay, that's makes it so it's a little bit shorter, and it also allows me to have it thicker if I want it thicker. Kind of a thicker look. Okay, I'm going to change it. It's blue. I'm going to change it to black so it just pops a little bit more. His is going to be a little bit thicker. I'm going to make him a little smaller that way. Okay, so I actually kind of like that his is a little thicker. I probably would do the girls like that. Again, I could redo it, but you know what? Not to be too OCD, we're just going to just keep going. All right, and here we go. And I'm going to kind of offset those, kind of make it look a little more interesting. And then I will add another element. I think this time I just might add in ... okay, like it's not a finished thought or sentence or whatever. Okay, so there is my ... I'm going to shrink it down, and then I'm just going to move it over to my boy's conversation bubble. Okay, so there's that. You can see, I mean, I could really adjust. I could actually put a shadow on my earth here. I could do that easily. I could add in some probably other elements, like I could turn, let's see, space. I'm going to just type in and see what they have. Oops, for elements, space. See if there's anything else I might want to add to this. And just to make it fun. Ooh, I could add in a lot of fun things. They have a lot of great stuff. I think a lot of them are pro. Ooh, I kind of like this little Saturn. So I'm going to throw in this Saturn over here maybe. Let's see. Shrink that down. give it a little bit more. It's different color, so I'm going to change it probably to a white is my guess. So then it kind of pops a little bit more. Or I could do yellow if I want to do yellow, but I think I'm going to do white. And it's kind of a little bolder than I want it to be. I kind of like this faded look, so I'm going to just fade it just a bit so it's not super noticeable. That's kind of cool. All right, so there you are. When I, like I said, have this working page down here, I really like to add in group things. So if I were adding in text, like if I was doing this for actually YouTube or something, I would do text. I'd add that in, and then I might do, oops, I might say welcome. And here's another tip. I don't like to do multiple words in when I do my text boxes, so I will actually do multiple ones so then I can move them around. So I'm going to say welcome to, this is silly, but this is my tip to you. And it makes it just so much easier to move your wording around. You're not like pigeonholed to just all these words grouped together. I can then adjust them really well. So welcome to class. Let's do that. And this one I'm not going to do uppercase, so we'll say welcome to class. Okay, so here if I could add these to my Outschool, I would. Let's just say it's for my YouTube channel, just so you guys have some kicks and giggles here. So I'm going to make it a little bigger. Again, I love to duplicate. Let's see if it'll let me. It did, yay. And I'm going to leave that back one black, and I'm going to place this one on the top, and I'm going to adjust it, and I'm going to do, let's just do pink. And I'm going to just offset it just a bit, so then it kind of pops, okay? You see that? And then, of course, don't forget, highlight it, highlight both of those, and then you want to hit group. And then if I were to throw this up here, let's just do that for fun. Okay, welcome, here we go, and voila. Okay, and then I would do to class, but that working space really helps when you're wanting to group things. If it's all on the same page, you end up having a lot of issues. I had to learn this a lot the hard way. So guys, seriously, use this great website. It does a fabulous job burning. It's free, and then you just download it. Use Canva, make your thumbnails. The next steps would be I just download this, and then I would upload it to my Outschool Class Image. And I think that it really, I mean, it catches your eye, right? I kind of like, ooh, okay, we've got an alien, we've got the teacher there, that's cool, I can see her right away, and then these little kids with conversation bubbles, what's going on in this class, okay? So that is my tip to you. Make your images really awesome, catchy, so then people are like, hey, I want to see what's going on in here. And then they can read your class description, and you'll get your likes and your followings and all that kind of stuff. So Jamie with ESLOnlineTeaching.com, and I am glad you came to my channel. I hope this video is helpful, and I will catch you in my classroom. Thanks for watching. Bye.